An ancient city deep within the Grand Canyon has been discovered. With many mind-blowing finds, from mummies to mysterious artifacts, this hidden city has an incredibly close resemblance to ancient Egypt, hinting at a connection that could change everything we thought we knew about the past. The Grand Canyon, located in the southwestern United States, is a magnificent natural wonder. Carved by the Colorado River over millions of years, it stretches 446 kilometers and reaches a depth of 1.6 kilometers. The walls of the canyon show layers and layers of old rocks, each one sharing a different part of history. From the Tapeats sandstone, formed during the Cambrian period, to the Vishnu schist, a rock that's 2 billion years old, the rocks in the Grand Canyon give us a peek into how North America was formed. G.E. Kincade, a professor and an explorer, made a surprising discovery that till this day remains one of the greatest and mysterious discoveries at the Grand Canyon. He started his adventure on the Green River in Wyoming and traveled a long way to reach Yuma, a city in the southwest corner of Arizona. During his trip, Kincade found a hidden city within the remote areas of the Grand Canyon. The city had rooms filled with hieroglyphics, tools, and statues, which hinted at a connection between ancient Eastern cultures and the American Southwest. Kincade's hidden city is said to be located deep within the Grand Canyon, a place that's difficult to reach because of its vast size and dangerous landscapes. Kincade found the entrance to the city while he was traveling along the Colorado River. As an experienced explorer, he noticed a strange mark on a cliff wall. He climbed the tough terrain and found a tunnel entrance that was almost hidden by nature. Feeling adventurous and hopeful about his find, Kincade decided to explore the cave. Using basic equipment and driven by his desire to discover, he started his journey into what he later found to be an ancient, hidden city. The cavern was an amazing place, carved into the Grand Canyon's rock. It was a vast underground space with a network of rooms and passages that gave it the resemblance of a carefully planned city, hidden away from the world above. There was an evident sense of organization in its layout, indicating a complex societal structure of its ancient inhabitants. Distinct areas were assigned for different activities: living quarters, storage spaces, and spaces for religious or communal activities. This suggests that the inhabitants had a clear understanding of urban planning and communal living, a trait usually associated with advanced civilizations. The explorer reported that inside the cave, he found many old things that made him question what we believe about the history of North America. He found many relics, including weapons, tools made from copper, and statues. The weapons show that the ancient people who lived here were ready to fight, whether it was for hunting food, protecting themselves, or dealing with problems within their own group. The tools made from copper tell us that this ancient civilization had knowledge of working with metals, a highly advanced skill that would have made their lives much better. They could make a variety of tools, which would have made it easier to build, cook, and create things. He also found statues, which tell us about their unique art style and their beliefs. They might have worshipped gods, respected certain heroes, or followed specific cultural practices. However, this was nothing to what he had found when he went deeper into the cave. There, he found a crypt, a solemn and quiet room full of mummies laid out, bodies that have been dried and preserved for a very long time in the cool, dry air of the cave. Unusually, all the mummies discovered were men. This could imply a range of social dynamics. Perhaps these men held a special status in their society, or maybe they were part of specific rituals or ceremonies. The absence of women among the mummified remains is a mystery that could offer interesting insights into their cultural practices. The mummies were dressed in strange clothes that Kincade had never seen before, and their bodies looked different too. He stated that the mummies had distinct physical features that don't align with the known indigenous populations of the region. This could include differences in height, bone structure, or even skull shape. This made him wonder who these people were, what kind of society they came from, and what happened to them. The preservation and condition of the mummies indicate a sophisticated knowledge of mummification, a process that requires specific environmental conditions and techniques. The fact that these bodies were kept so well preserved over such a long period suggests a depth of understanding that goes beyond basic survival skills. Kincade also saw strange hieroglyphics carved into the cave walls. These symbols are the kind of writing that we usually connect with very old cultures like the Egyptians, but we don't often see in early America. This was a big discovery because it could mean that these early people might have had contact with people from different parts of the world. This contact could have changed their society in many ways, influencing how they wrote and how they lived their lives. This idea opened up a whole new way of thinking. If the ancient civilizations had contact between each other, they would most likely exchange technology, trade resources, and much more. What if this ancient civilization in the Grand Canyon was really the masterminds behind the amazing construction of the pyramids? These items and findings could revolutionize our understanding of history. They would offer an unprecedented glimpse into an ancient civilization that thrived in this region long before the Native American tribes we know of. This could change our understanding of the peopling of North America, trade routes, and cultural exchanges in ancient times. The most amazing discovery within the cavern was a grand shrine, home to a mysterious idol-like figure. The idol, standing over 2 meters in height, was sculpted from a material similar to marble, yet its origin remained unknown. Its craftsmanship displayed a level of refinement that could only be done by an incredibly highly skilled group of people. Alongside this figure were smaller, precisely carved images, possibly gods or figures of worship, each with its unique attributes and symbolism. Surrounding the center figure was a variety of artifacts, including tools made of copper, enameled ware, and glazed pottery. Urns and cups made of copper and gold were also discovered. The shape of the figure and the many items surrounding it may be a sign that the civilization had a religion of their own. The size and placement of the idol in the middle of the shrine suggests it was very important, maybe even representing a main god. The smaller statues around it could represent less important gods or heavenly beings, showing that the society had complex spiritual beliefs. The objects found around the idol might have been used in ceremonies, maybe for religious rituals, gifts, or special events. Life in the hidden city must have been special. The large cave system suggests that its people had a smart way of using the limited space they had. The many tools and items they left behind show that they were skilled in different crafts, like working with metal and making pottery. Estimating the population of this underground city is challenging. Given the size of the cavern and the numerous living areas, it could have comfortably housed hundreds of individuals. However, the actual population would depend on a variety of factors, such as the societal norms, lifestyle, and the available resources. We don't know for sure how they moved around, but many things could have affected this, like where they could find food and what the weather was like. They might have traveled between the hidden city and the outside world, maybe changing places with the seasons. There might have even been a deeper system of caves that have not yet been found. We don't have proof yet that they farmed, and it's possible that they got their food in other ways. They might have hunted or gathered food, or even traded with other groups. The items made of copper and gold show that they knew where to find these metals, which might mean that they were part of a trading network. The discovery within the Grand Canyon could really change what we know about human history and how humans have changed over time. The items and the underground city itself show a level of skill that make us think differently about what people in the past could do. These discoveries could teach us a lot about how smart and adaptable humans have been in different places and times. Also, the items might have even been connected to ancient civilizations we already know about, which is a thrilling idea to explore. For example, people often wonder how the Egyptians got so advanced for their time. The strange writing and mummification found in the cave might be related to this, suggesting that people from different continents could have been in contact in ways we never thought possible. But while these ideas are fascinating, it's really important to keep studying this archaeologically and anthropologically. Only with careful research can we start to put together the pieces of this big puzzle of our shared human past.